Hi, guys, and welcome to the Truth Factor, where we do headlines with an attitude. Okay, so this is going to be a lot in a short period of time. I have so much to do and still so much more to do. Today is Brady's birthday. He is into double digits. He's 10. 10, 10, 10. Anyway, so we have a lot of things going on. We've been busy, busy, busy. Been to doctors, got situation with Tim, hopefully taken care of. But I don't know if y'all heard, he was not well yesterday whenever I ended the stream. But by God's glory and grace, we're still kicking and going, right? Anyway, so um, lots happening here, guys, and it has been an explosive day. I'm sure I've done a couple of videos. It's just been crazy here, but so I will continue to try to keep everybody as informed as much as possible, as I can. I have all of the articles right now in the Wixit in a link in the description in the box below, guys. So, with that being said, let's hit some of these crazy articles that are going on, so we can get everything that is hopefully the latest updates and all that. And thank you, Miss Helen. Thank you so much, sister. Anyway, so and then we have one of our kids. He's going on a date. So I'm pushed for time. I'm ready to pull it looks like I've pulled my hair out, but I haven't, but I probably will be before the end of the night. Anyway, just so much is happening here, guys. So much. But I have a good show for y'all. And I'll tell you, the one thing I almost want to start with, but we'll end with it because I'm going to go crazy probably. But y'all know me and my rant. So it's a rant day. So know that. Okay. Let's go. Let's get this party started. Make sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So I want to start kind of where we started off. Y'all did not get to see this article, but I want y'all to see it. The world afraid to fail. Netanyahu refused to sign this invasion order for Gaza. That was this morning, right? So it says the New York Times, I wanted y'all to see this, is reporting that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu refused to sign an order for a ground invasion of Gaza, fearing it would fail and he would lose the trust of the people. Well, goodness sakes. And then again, Al, with his opinion, he had some not so nice things to say about it. But, so who knew what was going to happen for the rest of the day? Well, we know it got crazy. We did another stream with a semi update and we gave this article, but I'm going to cover everything really quick as I can. And I hope you guys have a blessed weekend. I know it's going to be probably a long weekend when you start off a Friday like this. So, reports are coming in from the this is a claim, okay, guys, this is a claim. We're gonna put that disclaimer out there. It's a claim that coastal areas of Gaza reports that American troops of the Delta Force unit are fighting on the ground inside Gaza. So that's the latest of the latest of the latest right there, right? Hi, Carol. How are you, honey? So that being said, we have Al Jazeera is reporting utterly massive and continuous bombardment of the northern Gaza Strip, unlike anything seen so far. They believe a ground offensive has begun. All communications are cut off. Phones, fax, internet, cellular, all off. The image below is one of the massive explosions reported in Gaza. More info as you get it at 12:14. Update at 12:28. Russian television RT reports complete loss of contact with their crew inside Gaza. Even the TV satellite uplinks are not working, possibly being jammed. Sources in and around Gaza are claiming that the artillery, tank, and airstrikes on the northern Gaza Strip tonight are the heaviest they've ever seen since the start of the war. We could probably play, let's see. Looks like there's something here, but I saw just one little explosion. That's all we saw. As we're going to see something right here. So that's where the little, I don't know. We keep seeing this little bouncing thing, thinking I'm seeing a little, there it is. Man, I don't know, guys. Anyway, there is no sound. So just for those that are thinking there's sound, there is no sound. Anyway, we're going to stop it because it's not really a good quality there. Okay, confirming. Hey, Avery says, "Hey guys, confirming earlier report on communications. The blackout in Gaza internet connectivity goes to zero." There you go, guys. More confirmation. We regret to announce a complete cessation of all communications and internet service with the Gaza Strip in light of the ongoing aggression. The intense bombing is in the last hour, destroyed the last international routes linking Gaza to the outside world. In addition to the routes previously destroyed during the aggression, which led to the interruption of all telecommunication companies' service from and below Gaza Strip. The Spectator, the Palestinian Cellular Communication Company reports total disruption to mobile and internet services in Gaza. Updated 3:40, Israeli naval vessels have begun shelling the northern tip of the Gaza Strip. This is in addition to the ongoing airstrikes and artillery shelling. Reports of a general mobilization announced by the Palestinian resistance in the West Bank. The IDF spokesperson, Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari, says that the military has ramped up airstrikes in the Gaza Strip in the last few hours. The Air Force is striking underground targets very significantly. Ground forces are expanding the ground activity this evening. Palestinian Red Crescent says it has lost contact with its operation headquarters in Gaza. The IDF spokesperson Hagari announces that the ground forces are expanding ground operations this evening. The IDF set to expand ground operations in Gaza tonight. Israel considers giving up a hostage deal and fully invading Gaza. President Biden says that he's briefed by the National Security Team on updates regarding the situation in Israel and Gaza. Iran Foreign Minister, they pressed the button. Hal Turner remarked, "I take this to mean that the ground offense is a go." Israeli Channel 12, Israel abandons the prisoner deal and prepares for ground entry. Israeli diplomatic officials have stated tonight that they believe Hamas has been dragging their feet on hostage negotiations within Qatar in order to delay or halt an Israeli invasion of the Gaza Strip, and that despite the claims made the last few days by U.S., Egyptian, and Qatari officials, there is no breakthrough that has been seen, further stating that they are finished and with waiting. Update 3:48. Columns of Israeli tanks are on the move, approaching the Gaza border north of Beit Lahia and Beit Hanan. Here's the picture. It almost looks like a car, but I guess these are supposed to be tanks. Hamas official tells Financial Times the organization did not expect this much of a response with American after the 7th of October attacking, adding what we are seeing now is the entrance of the U.S. into the battle, and this we didn't count on. At 3:50, Hamas, we hold Israel, Washington, and Western capitals responsible for the massacre in Gaza. Oil prices surged by 3% over Middle East tensions. Hamas calls on Arab countries and international community to help stop the crimes and massacres against our people. Then at 3:54, Israeli tanks are now storming into Gaza. Israeli tanks have crossed the border fence into the northern Gaza Strip near the city of Beit Hanan. Gold hits 2,000 an ounce for the first time in 5 months. Oil just spiked 3% and rising. Updated 4:02. Israeli tanks have just now begun crossing the northern border into Gaza. 4:05. Hamas-linked accounts are claiming that Israeli tanks have been struck by anti-tank guided missiles and destroyed the east of Beit Hanan in northern Gaza. Meanwhile, up at the West Bank, there is a shootout in Hamas and the IDF at Nahatzi Az checkpoint in the Tulkarm region. 3 homemade bombs were thrown at Israeli borders at the checkpoint. Flash update from Israeli Defense Force. The expanded activity in Gaza is not the anticipated larger operation. The Jordanian Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs states that Israeli invasion of the Gaza Strip has begun. 410. Large IDF infantry and armored forces operating in several towns exchange of fire and massive airstrikes reported. 412, just in, rocket attacks have begun against U.S. facilities in both Syria and in Iraq. Now, also in the West Bank, the city of Nablus is uprising against the Israeli invasion of Gaza. Thousands taking to the streets. 416, the map below shows where Israeli forces have entered the northern Gaza Strip. This may be a probing attack. Advisors to Israeli PM says military operations are underway, and when this is over, Gaza will be very different. Explosions reported in another U.S. Base in Kahab al-Jair area in Oshkosh, Syria. The entire West Bank is erupting. Breaking people in the West Bank have risen against the invasion of Gaza. From Talqrim to Tubas and Ramah and to Al-Kahil, Palestinians have risen in defense of Gaza across the West Bank. They are chanting, Gaza will not kneel. To watch the video. Hey guys, hey Rip Curl. Yes, and here we go. I'm going to stop. I'm going to restart so that I can hit the thing so you guys can hear the chants if we can understand it, that is. All right. Back to our... I don't know. That's a lot of people, guys. Because Gaza will not kneel. Oh, wow. Okay, there's like 3 videos of that. We're not going to watch them all, but I did want y'all to see that. Okay, so large explosions have now also at 421, large explosions have now been reported at the Al Omar oil fields in northwestern Syria, which houses a U.S. operation base. 424, reports of Egyptian Air Force and Israeli Air Force airborne over Egypt and Israeli border at Eilat and Taba. Why did Egypt push fighter jets up, and why is Israel mirroring them? More, just in, Egypt deployed air defense systems to the Sinai Peninsula. Well, Egypt certainly isn't doing that over the Palestinians. Is Egypt going to war against Israel? Here's the imagery. More imagery. Okay, update at 431. Houthis in Yemen are launching ballistic missiles and drones towards Israel. The IDF infantry and armed forces are now operating in Beirut, Bay Hanan, and Jabalia in the Gaza Strip with gunfire and heavy airstrikes reported. Egypt, Grand Emin, Egypt, Al Azhar, Hamed Al Tahab condemns what Israel is doing now in Gaza as a blind terrorism, clear violation of all conventionist norms. From inside Gaza, via source with Turkish cellular SIM card, the area of Beit Hahana adjacent to the Erez crossing point is being annihilated into oblivion. Dug in Russia, Israel has just declared the beginning of ground operation in Gaza. The Judgment Day is announced. Now the most important events have to follow. All U.S., I'm going to say that's all U.S. efforts to prevent or at least to delay it were in vain. This is the war between the Islamic world and the collective West. 438. Initial reports of explosions over the city of El Alat in southern Israel. The Turkish President Erdogan is urging residents to come out tomorrow for a rally in support of Palestine. Hamas al-Qassam Brigade say it's confronting Israeli ground intrusion into Bayat Hanan, northern Gaza Strip. Violent clashes taking place on the ground. 4:57 p.m. In the update above the 431, I reported Yemen was launching ballistic missiles at Israel. At the updated above showing the 438, I reported the explosion over the city of Eilat, Israel. Moments ago, Hezbollah official channel posted a message from a member of Yemen's Ansarullah movement with a single word, Eilat. Following the recent explosions in the southern Israeli city, Hezbollah had previously hinted at an involvement if Israeli pursued a ground invasion, with its posting saying Eilat, Yemen becomes the first outside country to attack Israel over the Gaza situation. Useless. Useless, he says. The UN General Assembly adopted a draft resolution calling for an immediate, permanent, and sustained humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza and demanding a cessation of hostilities immediately. Hal Turner remarked, useless words from useless people in a useless organization. The UN should be dissolved. That comes from Hal Turner again. Naval assault by Israel. A naval landing has also been carried out by Israeli regime. I don't know if we'll see it, but
כל הכוח בחוף.
wow. They're hitting some targets there, guys, for sure. Sure who they're shooting at. Okay. Spain's social rights minister says after communication cut off in Gaza, the objective is clear. They want more impunity to commit the worst atrocities. Update at 5:08 Eastern Time. Claims now pouring in saying Yemen missiles struck Eilat, Israel, and this photo is allegedly the aftermath of that hit. Senior Pentagon officials, the CVN-69 aircraft carrier Dwight Eisenhower has passed through the Strait of Hormuz and will be in the waters of the Persian Gulf. Guys, we got to pray for our men. Update at 5:12. Syrian artillery in Dara has begun shelling Israeli army positions in the Golan Heights. Syria now becomes the second outside country to begin attacking Israel over the Gaza situation. At this hour, Yemen and Syria are now apparently in this fight. Update at 5:17 p.m. Al Jazeera reported, Waha al-Dahadu, we are not all right. Human body parts are everywhere. Missiles are aimed at everyone. The bombing of Gaza does not stop for a second. Urgent at 5:19. Coastal areas of Gaza report that American troops of Delta Force Unit are fighting on the ground. I am attempting to verify or corroborate these claims. I did. Call the Pentagon press office. It went like this. Hello, this is Hal Turner with radio station. I am receiving reports of American troops allegedly made entry into the Gaza Strip and engaged in the battle. Does the Pentagon have any comment to this? The reply, not at this time. So they didn't confirm it, but they also didn't deny it. 5:40. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord. 5:40. I guess that's why he's going with a gun. Oh my. Can't help but chuckle there. Okay, 5:40. Reports of heavy losses of Israeli armored vehicles, including tanks destroyed and soldiers killed. Related, the Dutch embassy in Baghdad, Iraq, urges all Dutch citizens to leave Iraq immediately. Update at 5:44. President of Belarus. Any attack on Iran will lead to the Third World War. Okay, so that's all his updates. We'll do one last, just because sometimes, sometimes it's so quick. Two senior U.S. officials have told CBS News that Israeli strikes and ground operations tonight in the Gaza Strip appear to be the rolling start to a full-scale invasion of Gaza. So there was a quick update. Like I said, it's fluent. We'll check back here in just a little bit. We're going to go over here to War News 247. Israeli levels Gaza with bunker buster bombs, heaviest bombardment since the war began. Hamas rockets storm. The heaviest shelling since the start of the war is underway in the northern Gaza Strip, with Israelis being pounded by land, air, sea, and another sign that a massive ground invasion may be very close. Israel is hitting Islamist positions in Gaza with bunker buster bombs in the attempt to destroy Hamas network of underground bunkers. Internet communications services have been disrupted. The shelling is the heaviest since the start of the war in October. Hamas government has announced the telecommunications and internet have been blocked. Let's see. We'll try and go. We've seen a few of these already, so we won't play them, but the IDF spokesperson said that Israeli forces will expand ground operations inside the Gaza Strip tonight. In the last few hours, we have increased the attacks in Gaza. The Air Force widely attacks underground targets and terrorist infrastructure. Following on from the offensive activity we have carried out over the past few days, ground forces are expanding ground activity this afternoon. The IDF is working vigorously in all dimensions to achieve the objectives of the war, was the comment of the spokesperson on the Israeli army, Daniel Haggai. Biden was briefed. Israel's Operations Security Council. Then we have fires of rockets toward the occupied territories, including Israel, in response to the massacres. Palestinian civilians refer to the post of Ezad al-Qassam brigades and Telegram platform. It is worth noting that yesterday Hamas carried out one of the largest rockets attack in Tel Aviv. The rockets fired by Hamas outnumbered the interceptors fired by Israel's Iron Dome air defense system. Then some of the rockets hit the city. Well, I guess this was from yesterday. You can see them being, it's like they were stopped. All of them. Looks like that one and that one made it in. Maybe not. Okay. Then we have, well, anyway, rocket fire. Let's see if there's anything else in this article, guys. That's it. All right. Then this was from the earlier stream. Yemen Iranian Guard Houthi launched a massive missile and drone attack targeting Israel with one of her two missiles, hitting the Egyptian cities of Nabu and Taba, 200 kilometers from Gaza. The case worries Israel quite a bit, as it seems that the missiles and the drones in Iranian Guard Houthi penetrated unknown how the defense of the two American Arleigh Burke-class destroyers located in Uredde. These are the U.S. Thomas Hunter and the USS Carney. Houthi missiles and drones followed the same course again north along the Red River, targeting Israel. Along the current escalation in Gaza, a rocket fell in Taba, causing 5 injuries and material damage to apartment buildings. And guys, I'm only going to the italic because I did read this earlier. You just couldn't see the art, the pictures and things. So that is why I'm covering it again, because of that. And that is the only reason why we are examining it tonight. Then we have right here from the Times of Israel, the White House says not drawing a red lines for Israel. It says the spokesman John Kirby repeatedly refuses to comment on Israel, saying its ground forces are expanding activity in Gaza, and also refused to comment on what satisfactory long-term object might be for the fighting. We're not drawing red lines for Israel, Kirby says on a call with reporters. We're going to continue to support them, but since the very beginning, we have and will continue to have conversations about the manner that they are doing this. Kirby says the U.S. is still evaluating the impact of the airstrikes against Iranian-backed militias, and we will not hesitate to take further action in our own self-defense. He also said 10 additional trucks filled with humanitarian aid made it to Gaza, bringing total of 84, but that the U.S. is aware that the fuel there is only anticipated to last a couple of days. The White House has previously said that Biden was briefed Friday morning by the National Security Team on the latest developments in Israel. And okay, so before we get into this, here before I get into this last little thingy here, guys, we're gonna go down here to this is what we have down for the For Your Eyes from Zero Hedge, and this one here from the Gateway Pundit, guys. I'll tell you, these are the two items in the For Your Eyes section, and let's go back over here. Let's refresh and just see if there's anything else we might need to look at before I get on my rant. Because things are changing so quickly, guys. Okay, so so far, as of right now, there is not anything else. It says polite reminder. Yep. He's got a fundraiser going on, guys. Anyway, so nothing to update there, but we will go ahead and look at this. Okay, guys. So as I had mentioned earlier today, at the very beginning of this, me and my husband had to go to the doctor's office, and I took a picture, but guys, it was so far away. I wasn't close enough. It's so blurry, you can't make it out. But at the end of the counter where we check in at this doctor's office, there is a post-it sign that says travel, sleevers, travel sleevers. Okay. Travel sleevers. Then it says to go to this here. Guys, I went to this site. This here is the Passport Health for Evansville Travel Clinic. This is where they have this little thingy here out. Then you've got these links, right, that tell you about these things, right? We have common travel. Sleevers, common travel. So the Passport Health offers all recommended and required sleevers, such as typhoid, hepatitis A, and rabies. Okay, so I'm going to click on all this stuff for you. So I guess before it's all said and done with, for common travel, you're going to have this. So this here's a typhoid sleever for international travel. This is for international. But guys, you click on the hepatitis A, and what does that tell you? Hepatitis A says for nationwide travel health services, destinations, routine. So I guess before it's all said and done with, you're going to have to make sure you have a hepatitis A sleever before travel. I don't know when all this stuff is going to take place, but I thought this was rather interesting that I came across this. Then here, guys, I didn't even know there was such a thing for humans, but here we go. Here is a rabies sleever. Schedule A rabies sleever, nationwide travel health services. So guys, are these the things that you're going to be required just to have common travel? Because guys, it's what it says. If you guys go back and look, common travel. Not sure if you guys have heard of that, Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me, Rip Curl. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be taking it out of context, but that's what it sounds like to me. Doesn't that sound like it to you, brother? I mean, I'm showing you what I'm looking at. I'm showing you what's here, you know, and how it's listed. So see, like this one here, when you click on it, it tells you it's for international. But when you go over here for the other one, there's not anything that says for international, but you go down here and it says nationwide travel health services. So, yeah, that's where we're going, guys. That's what it looks like. But I mean, the one that really, I mean, come on, guys. You know, this one here, we don't have monkeys on our street. But yet you can see monkeys all on the street back here. Like it's, you know, no big deal. We got monkeys on the street. I don't know. That's mine. That is mine. You're not getting, I want it. Anyway, so I didn't know that there was such a thing for humans. I know that there are, you know, sleevers that you get in your stomach after the fact. But anyway, just thought, you know, I'd let you know what I uncovered on a, I won't say it was a routine, but on a visit to my doctor's office. I encourage everybody to, you know, check out your local, to go to your doctor's office. See if you have one of these lovely little passport health things up in your office. You know, here's one for Nashville. Here's one for Louisville. There's one in Brentwood. So if you're thinking it's only for this area, think again. Anyway, crazy stuff is happening. Crazy stuff. I'm going to go back one more time over here. Just to see if we have anything else to report before we end the strip. Like I said, I've got a lot of stuff to do, guys, but I wanted to get this stuff out. It's sickening to see these things playing out in front of our faces. You know, no, nothing else. As of right now, anyway. Nothing else to report as of right now that I can see. Anyway, crazy times we're in. Check out your doctor's office. See if you guys have one of those lovely little local health passport things available. Things that make you go, things to be aware of, things that, you know, you might need to know. It's not good, guys. It's not good. It's just enough stuff to get your butt a boiling, especially finding all this stuff out on today, right? Anyway, God bless you all. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. You'll probably see me make 100 million videos. I do apologize. I do have a lot happening. So if it's not as quick as I normally am, it's because I'm busy. But I love you, and I will try and keep you guys posted as quickly as possible. Anyway, God bless you, and have a wonderful weekend if you can. We'll be up probably all night here, but y'all stay. Please look. Yes, Carol, please look next time you go to the doctors. That's for sure. And y'all have a wonderful weekend, guys. God bless you. Bye.